Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with Dawn Chorus Light's route. Now, if you remember in the last video, we fully caught up with Rune's route, and we started Light's route after because he was the most voted out of my polls. So, that's nice. And yes, I did download the recent updates. I know there's going to be a new update coming out on the 30th of September. As of recording this, it is the 9th of September. So yes, I'll be downloading the new update as well because I want to make sure I have everything up to date, so that way nothing happens and I don't finish a route prematurely. But let's not keep fucking around. Let's continue, shall we? Okay, so the last time we left off on, we're at the part where we lost our key, even though it's in our Karen bat this whole fucking time because Arvo is a fucking idiot. And we had a nice sauna time with Late. We got to jump into the snow completely nude after that, which was fun. And we learned that Late is not his actual name. And I wonder if we're gonna get a reveal of what his actual name is. But anyway, let's continue. Whew. Once again, I'm almost late for a meal. I need to pay attention to the time more. I got sidetracked on my way here, browsing through new albums on ratetheirmusic.com and lost track of time. Afternoon light fills the room with a golden glow, giving it a more relaxed atmosphere, much different than the energetic mood that seemed to permeate the room during lunch. The voices in the cafeteria seem to be quieter too. Maybe it's the peacefulness of this place slowly influencing everyone here. Rude and Coach Devin are already sitting at our table. Oh, and Jordan is here too. We sit down at the table, the sound of chairs scratching against the wooden floor reverberating through the room. Devin got a redesign. Huh. That's interesting. Listen, this game has been here since 2020, so a lot of things have happened. There have been updates on sprites and everything. So, I know that everyone has had different sprites back then. I guess Devin was the more recent one to change, I guess. But, I kinda like it. I guess I'm just used to the old sprite. It's gonna take a little getting used to, but I do like it so far. It actually does fit with the style of everyone else, so it made sense why they would have changed it. I looked in the direction of the table beside ours, where Mito sat during lunch. He's sitting there again, leaning on his paw and looking somewhere outside the window with a wistful look on his snout. Oh, and there's Bjorn sitting at the same table. He notices me looking at Waves, smiling. I wonder what they're going to serve for dinner. That lunch was so good. I expect something like that in some trendy lunch bar downtown, not here. Their table is just next to ours, and we're at the very end of the room, so it shouldn't bother anyone. Yes, the dishes were simple, but the quality of everything was high. The variety was also nice. I expected just one dish or even simple sandwiches. Colored me pleasantly surprised. Oh wait, we did read all. Oh, I forgot. We're gonna be skipping a lot of things that we already read. So, listen. If you just want small time dialogue like this, go back and watch my previous playthroughs before Rune's route starts. Let's see. Okay, let's get some content going with this. Hello there. I hope you don't mind us joining. Of course not. We were just talking about the facilities here. Were any of you in the swimming pool or sauna here yet? Oh, I was in the sauna with Arvo. It's really neat. If you weren't there yet, you definitely should go. I visited the pool with Devin. It's fine. Not very big, but enough to get some speed. Oh, and there's quite a view from there. By the way, I don't think I've introduced myself yet. I'm Bjorn, and I study neurology. Currently at the second year. Second year? I was sure he was much older than me. Okay, we're gonna be introducing each other. Oh yeah, we have to show our photos too late, but we can't because we don't have our fucking routine! Oh yeah, you were supposed to show me some more of your photos. The one you had with you during lunch was nice. I will, but I have them all in my room right now. So I'm late, and like Mito and Arvo, I moved here from Finland. I'm a freshman too, only I study astrophysics. I'm happy to meet you all. And we're doing more introductions. Listen, we all know these divas. We all know them, especially that homophobic piece of shit. But anyway, let's get to the juicy bits. Did this man just squeal on us? Did he just... Oh, by the way, Arvo, any luck with the key? I gulp loudly, swallowing a huge chunk of carrot and start coughing. Yeah. Okay, so we're on our next option. We're going to go with Lake in Jorgen, because I want to get some development with Lake. Let's continue. So what do you guys say? Of course I'm in. Count me in too. Yeah, good idea. Torolf noticed us when we were walking out of the cafeteria, and Lake asked him to join us. He was happy to tag along, suggested that we go hang out in the glazed section of the corridor near the terrace. When we arrived, it turned out that his plan was to talk us into playing table pawball together. Not that we needed much persuading. We need to split into teams. Any ideas? I want to be with Arvo, if that's okay with you. Agree. Oh, sure, I'd like that too. Okay, that's settled then. Good, I thought that would take much longer. We approached the table, me and Lake taking the red side, while Jorgen and Torolf take the blue one. Can I take the strikers? Sure, I'm better with the goalkeeper. Great, thank you, Arvo. Jorgen fetches the ball from their goal and looks at everyone else at the table. No spinning. I hope we're clear on that. No spinning, noted. Sure, so can we start? Jorgen serves the ball, and rolls over to the other team's midfield players. Torolf hits the ball skillfully, sending it straight into our goal. Ha! Did you see that? Whoa, Torolf, you're good. Okay, that was pretty anticlimactic. I'm not one to give up easily, but after a beginning like that, I can't help but feel a bit discouraged. I retrieve the ball and pass it to Lake. Her serves the ball, again, straight to Torolf. The Tiger manages to shoot between our players, but this time I stop the ball with our defender. Not wanting to give Torolf any time to react, I shoot the ball straight ahead. It slipped between all the players and fell straight into the goal. Hell yeah, bitch! Great job, Arvo! You're good at this. We will see. He gives me a high five before we go back to playing. That was fun. Thanks for the game, guys. We lost the match with a 7-10 score. It's not so bad. They got a lot of luck, although I have to admit that Torolf is a beast. The snooker match with Bjorn reminded me that winning isn't all the fun, and I've had a great time nevertheless. Lake was sulky for a few minutes after the match, but he came back to his usual energetic self after Torolf promised him a rematch. Now he's sitting next to me on the couch, my arm brushing against his occasionally. He doesn't seem to notice, or at least doesn't mind. I can feel the heat radiating from his body. A sudden realization hits me. I don't think I've ever been this close to him before. A strange sensation fills me. Something akin to a warm glow illuminating me from the inside. It's nice to just sit here together. I don't feel a need to say anything. It's getting late, and the sun is already approaching the horizon, filling the room with golden glow. Arvo? I turn towards him, and see him observing me closely. You don't mind me being this close? What? Of course not. He smiles gently and moves even closer to me, so that we're almost snuggled up together. We stayed like that in silence for a while, just enjoying this evening, before everyone leaves for their rooms. I stayed for a bit longer, just enjoying this moment of peacefulness. Okay, and we're going to the terrace with Lake. I'm in my room, what's up? Lake responded to my message almost instantly. I came here hoping to find someone, but since dinner it's oddly quiet in the whole guest house. I just lazed around for a while before deciding to text Lake. Got any ideas on what to do? I'm down in the comment space. Come over if you want, we'll think of something. Okay, this is better than sitting here alone for sure. I get up from the sofa, walking in the direction of Late's room. Hey, you got here fast. Come in. Jordan's inside too, and I've invited Miko already. You did? Oh, I didn't think that this would turn into a party. Hi there, Jordan. Arvo? When I enter the room, Jordan is sitting on his bed and tapping at his phone furiously. He gives me a quick glance before going back to writing. The orange-tinted afternoon light reflects in his thick glasses, partially obscuring his face. Standing here, looking at him, I feel like he is really somewhere far away and I might never reach him. Not until he would reach out to me and pull me in first. I definitely wouldn't call it a party. Besides, I thought about going out for a walk. It'd be nice to move a bit after dinner. Playing table paw ball is nice, but that's just standing in one place flailing your paws. I see you're energetic as always. We can go, why not? Spending time outside here is only a pleasure, comparing that to the crowded city. Oh, I definitely get what you mean. You know, sometimes I miss my old town. Sometimes I miss it too. But then I remember what living there looked like. I mean, there was just nothing to do for most of the year. You might be right. I enjoy living in the big city too. I love the energy it has. Just, you know, sometimes it's good to be back in nature. Why Miko, by the way? I thought that you didn't know each other much. Yeah, but I've seen him in the corridor when we were coming back to our room, and he looked kinda sad. He was alone, so I thought that going out with us could cheer him up. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door, and Miko's head peeks into the gap. Hi, can I come in? Ah, speak to the devil. I invited you, didn't I? Come in, sit down, hop on a bed, do whatever you like. Thanks. He enters the room and looks at the three of us, visibly confused. Were you talking about me? Oh, no, Arvo just mentioned you. Oh, okay. So, what is the plan? What would you say for a little walk? Why not? I'm down for whatever you're up to. Behind me, Jordan puts down his phone and hops onto the wooden floor. Okay, I'm ready now. Oh, Arvo, do you have any warmer clothes? Not really. Everything I've had with me is still in my room. God damn it, Lake, you're dumb. He looks up at the wardrobe and ponders for a while before reaching into it and taking out a warm-looking blue flannel shirt. It's not much, but it's better than a sweater alone. Thanks, Lake. I put on the shirt. It indeed is very warm, and what's even nicer, smells faintly of Lake. Feels like a nice warm hug from him. Let's go then, while the sun's still out. Jorgen, already in a jacket, walks up to the window and looks out. We don't have much time. Come on then, chop chop! We leave the room together. Lake leads the way, walking with a lively step, while Jorgen leaves as the last one and locks the door before catching up to us. We're going on a walk. The sky is painted with a myriad of reds and yellows. It must be close to sunset already, but the sun is hidden behind the clouds. It's really chilly outside this hour already, but the views make it worthwhile. I love winter so much. It's definitely my favorite time of the year. You and me both, Lake. You and me both. Sweater season. It's nice, but I wouldn't want it to last all year for sure. I wouldn't mind, frankly. I'd rather have to put on a coat than overheat constantly. Plus, I love snow so much. Saying that, he flops backwards into the snow. What are your favorite seasons then? For me, it's autumn. What about you, Arvo? I love winter! I love winter! It's so nice! I like winter the most too. It's the best season to take photos. Places that look ordinary in the other seasons suddenly become ominous in winter. Plus, with the lower temperatures, I can take photos at higher ISO values without too much grain. You, Miko? Miko thinks for a while before replying, staring into the open sky. I think my favorite season is always the current one. There's something really special about each one, and I always find myself enjoying the season I'm in the most. I love snow too, and I love the peacefulness winter brings. Everything seems still, and everything around is covered with white fluff. Before he could continue speaking, he gets hit with a snowball from behind. The look of surprise on his face is priceless. His tail completely straightens up behind him, too. Oh, you? He leans down to the ground and quickly makes a snowball of his own, immediately throwing it at Late, who's running away from him. Jordan looks at the three of us with a startled look on his face, before hiding behind me. Wait, that's low-key, that's actually kind of adorable. That's cute, that's actually really cute. Wait, Jordan might be Bjorn's top one, but Jordan, I don't know, something about him, he's quickly climbed up the ranks. This alone was enough. Wait, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm giggling right now. It's just really cute. I don't mean to stand still, though. It's been years since I've been in a snowball fight. I crouch on the ground and start making a snowball, but before I'm done, I get hit by one thrown by Lake. Damn, he has good aim. The fresh snow is soft and just perfect for making snowballs. I finish mine quickly, pan it well to make it harder, and throw it at Lake. He ducks under it, throwing himself into the snow again. Damn, what an agile beast. Mito has hid himself behind the tree, but from here I can see him clearly. I assemble another snowball in seconds, hoping that I won't get hit with another by Lake. Taking a few steps forward, I launch the snowball at an unsuspected Mito and hit him straight in the chest. He turns towards me surprised, and I wave to him, before a certain lion pounces on me, throwing me onto my back into the snow. Hello there! Before I can react, he kneels on me, grabs a paw full of snow and starts rubbing it into my snout. Lake! Oh my god, it's cold! You don't say! I grab a paw full of snow too and throw it at him. He starts laughing and gets off me, falling onto his back on the ground next to me. Whew! His chest rises and falls rhythmically as he pants, winded. The breath escaping his muzzle turn into small clouds in the cold air before flowing up and dissipating. That was fun! Certainly. Although I can't feel my snout now. We lie on the snow in silence for a bit, before Late speaks again. You know, spending time with you is fun. I'm really happy that we have the chance to do that here. Back in the dormitory, I often felt like you were avoiding me for some reason. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had no idea you felt that way. I never avoided you. I struggled with keeping up with my studies and progressing with photography, so I rarely had the time to meet. Maybe I should rethink my priorities. Yeah, it would be good for you if you just relaxed and did something fun from time to time. Like now, for example. Yeah, I like that a lot. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going back to the guest house. It's quite cold already. See you later. Hey, wait, we're coming too. I get up and grab Late's paw, lifting him from the ground. Where's Jorgen? Over there, waiting for us at the door. Shooting the snow away from our fur, we return to the guest house together. Jorgen was really cute for that. Not gonna lie. After the walk, the four of us split and each went our own ways. Lake took the flannel shirt back and went with Jorgen back to their room, and Miko returned to his own room as well. I spent some time in the lobby, watching TV, but it quickly got boring, so I'm walking around the guest house looking for anyone. And with Bjorn. He's handsome! He's fucking handsome! He's really hot! Yes, we saw the... Try to play the piano. You know, let's just play the piano. Bjorn is just so fucking hot! Ah! I love him! Oh yeah, and we're gonna start it. Okay, so we're almost officially on Lake's routes. We're at the start of the scene. This is the precipice. Okay? Wait, Arvo, you don't have anything warmer than that sweater? I do. Of course I do. Only it's back in my room. Oh, yeah, right. I should have thought about that before. Wait here just a moment. Or come back inside with me. I nod and go after him back into the guest house. It's so warm here. I'm glad you noticed. Knowing me, I wouldn't ask anyone and freeze to death outside. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, this is new dialogue. Did they add this with the updates? Because I didn't think much would change with the Stargazing scene. Since, you know, we're all here and everything, maybe some little dialogue change with like Lake and everything, but this is like a new scene that we haven't seen before, I believe. Yeah, I don't remember this. He dashes off into the corridor, leading to the residential part. His room, where I assume he's going, is one of the first ones. So ensure and Tetlan. Oh, I remember. Oh my god, I remember because we went to Devon's. I think. Wait, didn't Devon like give us a sweater? Because we were with him when we were finding our key. So no wonder this scene is added. I'm so dumb. I can't believe I just remembered that. And indeed, after a short while, he emerges back from behind the corner, carrying a thick-looking black jacket in his paw. Here you are. You can hold on to this until you will have your stuff back. Thank you, Coach. I put it on over my sweater. It's a bit oversized, but at least it's warm and comfortable. Okay, we can go back now. So, we're watching the fireworks. We're watching the fucking stars. Why the hell did I say fireworks? Okay, now, this is it, guys. We're gonna go officially on Lake's route, which is funny considering he mentioned that, oh, I'm with Jordan. We share a room. Also, my bed is small. You're not gonna have room. So, I wonder how this route's gonna go. Where are we gonna sleep tonight? Oh well, let's do it. Fuck we ball. Lake is studying astrophysics. He will surely know how to use it. I look around for him, and there he is, standing just one group away from me. Weird, he's standing alone. I was sure he would be with Jordan. He's looking through the telescope as I walk over to him, so I tap him on his shoulder to get his attention. Hey, Lake? Oh, Arvo! What's up? Doing fine with the assignment? Wait, you wouldn't be here if it was going well, right? Well, yeah, you're right. I opened up the Sky Map app, but I have no idea how to use it. I could have asked Professor Arn, but I saw you standing here alone and thought I'd ask you. Aw, that's nice of you. Jordan wanted to do everything alone, so he went ahead and took the telescope for himself. And I was happy to do this myself too. It's a lot of fun. And how are you doing with it? Oh, I'm done already. If you want, you can just take a look through the telescope, but I can go and help you with your own. Nah, it's fine. I mostly wanted to see Saturn myself. Rather unlikely that I will ever be using a telescope again in my life. Go ahead then. And there's Saturn. I still can't get over that we've gotten such a clear image of Saturn through one of those telescopes, and I still question how high grade those telescopes are. I leaned in and looked into this telescope. In the middle of the, yep, we see Saturn. We know Saturn. We know Saturn. We know this diva. Okay, that was something. Oh yeah, I thought you liked that. Quite, yeah. I wasn't really sure what others found so interesting about stargazing, but seeing the planet up close, it's much different than looking at photos. I get you. It's indescribable, really. I gaze up at the sky, looking at all the blinking stars and planets. They feel much closer now, but also much more alien, alive with their pulsating lights. They're no longer just some shining dots in the familiar night sky. Now they're stars and planets with their moons, and even distant galaxies. And there are so many of them. Lake is looking at the night sky too. The stars are reflected in his bright eyes, and I don't think I've ever seen him looking so wistful. The sky in the city is nowhere this nice. Is that what got you into astrophysics? Oh, in a way, yeah. I've liked watching the stars since I was little. I often go a bit further from the town and stare at the sky above me. There was a lake that was not far from my house. I loved coming there at night and sitting on the coast. The stars reflected in the water surface seemed to ripple and shimmer like a mirage. I get it. Sounds quite magical. And not quite unlike what I used to do in middle school. I didn't really have an idea for what I wanted to do after I finished high school, but my physics teacher convinced me to go to university. Apparently being an astrophysicist is a great way to travel a lot, and that's one thing I was sure about. I wanted to travel and see the world. You know how it is. After spending your whole childhood in a small town, all you want is to move somewhere where anything is happening. Well, maybe not everyone feels like that. A lot of my friends stayed behind. But you moved out as well. Yeah, I did. Same reasons. I never thought I'd end up in another country, though. How are you two doing? Do you need any help? We're fine, thank you, Professor. That's good to hear, Lake. I see you're helping your friend. That's nice of you. What's your name? I don't remember you from my classes. I'm Arvo, Professor. We don't have any together. Good to have you here, Arvo. I hope you're enjoying the lesson. If you will have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Professor Arndt smiles and walks away to the next group, leaving me alone with Lake. Okay, so we're done with this. Do you want to find something else to look at? Well, there's something I want to ask you about, Lake. Yes? I'll gulp loudly. Okay, better to get it over with. He doesn't have room. He doesn't have fucking room! This is gonna be awkward. Wait, I think I know what you want to ask. It would be really nice to have you there with us, Arvo. I know I technically said we don't have any space for another person there, but we'll think of something. Well, I'll be damned. He did it for us. Wow. I thought I was about to hide from secondhand embarrassment or something. Whew. That was more stressful than I thought it would be. But now all the tension I felt dissipates and I exhale with relief. My breath turned into a white cloud between us and the cold air. Thank you, Lake. You're really saving my life now. It will be great to have you there, really. Like having a sleepover, just none of us will be a host. That went really well. I hoped he would say yes, but I never expected he'd be this excited about it. I hope Jorgen will be fine with it too. It would be better to ask him too. It's his room as well, after all. Right, I almost forgot about him. Jorgen, come here for a second. Yes? Can Arvo stay with us tonight? Sure, but he's not sleeping in my bed. Nice, we'll think of something. Oh, and we're going to sleep early today. I want to get some rest before the early wake up tomorrow. Sure, no issue here. Thank you, you won't regret it. So that was easy. Okay, it looks like our time here is up. Thank you all for attending the lesson. I hoped you enjoyed it, maybe even gained a new passion. Supper's already waiting for you in the cafeteria. You're free to take it with you and eat anywhere you like. Have a good night, everyone. We walked back towards the guest house, joining the small crowd of students heading to the cafeteria. I should get a nice telescope sometime. This was so much fun. Even without it, the sky here is stunning. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Why did you sign up for it if you thought you wouldn't enjoy it? I was mostly curious how it would actually look. I had no idea what to expect. Is that what you normally do at the university? Not really. We're more often analyzing data from the telescopes than looking through them. Not that it's less interesting, just rather more abstract. The cafeteria is already crowded when we enter, filled with the buzzing voices of many animals of different species. Most of them are just queuing up for the table with food, but some are already sitting around the tables and eating. Are we eating here, or do you want to go somewhere else? I thought of eating in our room. There's enough space there and it would be quieter. I second that. I like the quietness of our room. The queue is progressing fast, so in a few seconds we're at the table with food already. Looks like each of us got an individual paper plate with 2 sandwiches and a slice of some cake. Small bottles of still water stand in rows next to the plates. We each take 1 plate and a bottle and leave the cafeteria. Aw man, I can't believe the day is almost over. I had so much fun today. And I'm glad to have you here with me. Suddenly, Lake wraps his arm around my shoulder, pulling me closer. He does the same to Jorgen, and as I look over at the bat, he turns his head away. For a moment, I thought I saw him blushing, but that can't be true, right? Polycule! 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 Listen. It would have been a lot simpler if it was late with his own room. If everyone had their own room, but considering they both share a room, I'm sorry, but polykill rights. And I'm glad you took me in. Thanks again, both of you. Oh, it's my pleasure. We left behind the buzz of the cafeteria, and the only thing audible now are our rhythmic paw steps on the thick carpet. The lights in the corridor are half dimmed, giving it a quiet, intimate feel. I really like it here. Okay, let me open the door. And come on in. The room is just the same as the last time I've been here. Only now there's a book lying on Jordan's bed and the lamps are on. I'm not really sure where to sit, so I just walked up to the window not to stand in the way. Hey Arvo, don't stand there, come sit down. Oh, right, we only have 2 chairs. Okay, I have an idea. Are we just on your lap or something? Jordan, can you help me? Grab the other side. Sure, come in. Lake and Jordan put their plates on the table and lifted. They moved between the 2 beds. Okay, now we just sit together. Oh, that's a lot better. Both Lake and Jordan sit down on their respective beds, and after a moment of hesitation, I put down my plate on the table and sit down next to Lake, whom I know better. Lake's arm brushes against mine as he extends it to grab a sandwich. His fur is soft and pleasant, like his personality. Oops, sorry. I took some instant ramen with me in case we wouldn't get enough food, but this looks like enough. I finally take a better look at the food we've been given. The 2 rye bread sandwiches topped with slices of sort of dark cheese, and it's not dark cheese, it's something else entirely. I forgot what it's called. Next to me, Lake stares at the cheese sandwiches with a look full of suspicion. Is this what I think it is? If you think it's Brunost, then yes. Brunost. Oh, I know what that is. Although I never tried it during my 4 months of living here. It's supposedly a local delicacy and I've seen it in stores, but somehow never felt like buying an ingredient I'm not familiar with. It looks like a darker cheese and it's served in the same way, but it's pretty different from it. Is it bad? I've never had it before. I hate it. Try it, Arvo. You might like it. I take a bite of the sandwich, not really knowing what to expect, but trying to stay open-minded. It's sweet but savory, and salty too. Kinda nutty, but has an aftertaste similar to caramel. Overall not bad, much different from cheese though. Wait a minute, I want to get a good look at Jordan's design right now. So he does have wings, I can't see them. So that's cool. I'm glad I got a heads up from Lake, though if I expected the taste of cheese I'd be pretty surprised. Hey, this is pretty good. Maybe I wouldn't eat it every day, but it's interesting. Whatever floats your boat, man. This apple cake is so good though, I wouldn't mind having another slice. Or 2, or 4. I haven't finished the sandwiches yet, but the pleasure look on Lake's face is enough to convince me to have a bite now. The sweet and tart flavor of ripe apples fills my mouth. Oh, it really is good. The crust is perfectly baked and crumbles easily, and the hint of cinnamon enhances the flavor. Oh yeah, you're right, this is heavenly. Jordan looks at the 2 of us curiously, slowly munching away at his sandwich. Guys, you know it's just food, right? You 2 look like you're having a simultaneous orgasm? No, because tell me why during that I was thinking of Food Wars for a second. But you know what, Jordan, thank you for pointing it out. Thank you for being the one to point it out. This is both funny and slightly unnerving. Lake, please tell me you're not doing anything to Arvo right now. What? No! Jordan, where did you even get that idea? Oh, calm down, I'm just joking. I'm going to try that cake now. Maybe it really is this good and will blow me away. He grabs a slice and takes a small bite, chewing it for a while, then... it's good. And that's it? That's it. Then can I have the rest? Jordan scissors of the paw across the table and gives Lake a bap on his snout. I said it's good, I'm having the rest. Aww. Lake, who already has finished his food, takes out his phone from his pocket and starts writing a message to someone. I turn towards Jordan, not wanting to peek. Funny, this made me think of Murakami. An easily noticeable feature of his writing is that the way a character eats and what they eat always says a lot about their personality. Looking at how you devoured your food, I'd be concerned about what that would say about you. Maybe that I'm passionate and fierce like a lion should be? Or that you're an inexcusable glutton. I don't know if it's the stargazing that puts him in a good mood or it's simply the nighttime mellowing his temper, but Jordan seems much more relaxed and approachable now than during the whole day. Or maybe it's because he feels more comfortable with me now. There's a certain gleam in his eye that I didn't notice before. You really know how to put me down, don't you? I know you could take it, and you know I'm just messing around. I wouldn't do the same to Arvo here. I'd be fine, don't worry. I could take some teasing. You seem like quite a wholesome person, Arvo. It wouldn't feel right. Oh. I don't know if you meant it in a good way or a bad way. I'll be back in a moment. Lake stands up and leaves the room without any further elaboration. Oh. Well, that's sudden, although quite like him. Where did he go, though? Your guess is as good as mine. Jordan goes back to eating his food, and so I do the same. It's nice not having to cook for myself. Food made by others for me always tastes better somehow. Maybe because when I make it myself, I see how much of an experimental mess the whole cooking process is. We both stay silent until we hear a loud thud from the corridor. Is Lake okay? Ow! Lake? It's nothing. I walked into the doorframe. Why the... I turn around and see Lake walk into the room backwards, pulling the mattress. He gave us a mattress? You need any help with that? Nah, it's fine. The hardest part is over anyway. Oh, that's a neat idea. Who did you get this from? Travis had a free bed in his room, and so I asked him if he needed the mattress for tonight. He said to do whatever with it, as long as I bring it back unstretched before the end of the cap. You also specifically said this. I don't want you two boys to be sleeping in the same bed. That seems pretty sinful. So here, take this mattress. I don't want any of y'all going to hell. Straight pride. I can't with myself anymore. That solves the problem. Where are we going to put it? Between our beds would be the best, I think. It would be in the way otherwise. Whew. I had no idea mattresses were this heavy. I'll lean against the wall for now. We'll move it together when you finish eating. And I'll go hit a shower now. You two have fun. Have fun too, Lake. Lake grabs a fresh pair of underwear from the wardrobe and disappears into the bathroom, leaving us alone again. For a long moment we sit, just observing each other in silence before Jordan speaks up. Would you like something hot to drink, Arvo? I'll be making myself some. Oh, yeah, sure. I reply automatically without even thinking. I don't really feel like having tea at this hour, but at least I will have something to occupy my hands with. Jordan stands up and walks up to the cupboard where the kettle is. While he prepares a drink, I take out my phone and check the messages. Hey, have you found a room for tonight? Mito's messages always have proper punctuation and capitalization, which is rare to see. When I write with him, I do the same, otherwise I feel crude. Yeah, I'm staying with Lake and Jordan. It takes a moment before Mito replies, but with the way he composes his messages, it's no surprise. Oh, do they have 3 beds in the room? No, I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, have a good sleep, Arvo. You too. Here you are. Jordan comes up to me with 2 cups and puts them both down on the table. Will you help me move the table? It will be more comfortable to sit on the chairs. Oh, sure. I could have waited with the cups. I stand up and grab the other side of the table, this time helping Jordan to move it. He's a fair bit smaller than Lake, and I have to carry the table lower and more carefully, especially with the cups of tea in it. We managed to spill some when I bumped the lid of the table at the bed, but thankfully nothing got wet besides the tablecloth. Fine. I hope it will come out. Probably not. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever hear Jordan cussing. Sorry, I couldn't see what I was doing. Don't worry, it's not your fault. If anything, it's my fault for moving the table with cups full of tea on it. Not my brightest moment. Jordan sits down in the chair closer to the window, and I take the other one, grabbing the cup and pulling it closer. Huh? What's this? The liquor inside the cup is raspberry red and smells more like an apple than a tea. It's hibiscus tea with some apple. It's nice to finish the day with some herbal tea, and I really like this one. It smells and looks beautifully. Hibiscus gives it this nice deep red color. Nice, I've never drank it. You've for sure tried it before, just unknowingly. It's used as a base for most food infusions. Oh, It's the first time I've heard about it. It's possible. My knowledge of teas and their types is fairly limited. Back in the uni, I mostly drink coffee. I lean into the cup and take a whiff of the aroma. It's indeed mostly apple with a hint of cinnamon, and a smell I don't recognize. I carefully take a tasting sip. It's really tart. Oh, sorry. I might have brewed it for a bit too long. I like it intense, but if you don't like it, then a bit of sugar and some more water might help. Jordan fetches the kettle in one paw, and a sugar bowl in the other. He pours some more water into my cup, filling it almost to the brim. I put a spoonful of sugar in the tea and stirred the full cup carefully, but not too much. I don't want to make any more stains on the tablecloth. After that, I take another sip, and this time the tea tastes much better. It's still somewhat tart, but now fruity notes are dominant, nicely enhanced by the slight sweetness. It's pleasantly calm and overall very tasty. Plus, it's herbal tea, so it won't have any caffeine. Yeah, I see why you want to end your day with this. It's nice, isn't it? With the cup in his paws, Jordan turns towards the window and looks out at the sky behind him through his thick glasses. The glint in his eye I saw before is still there. I think for a while before any topics I could talk with him about, but most of them seemed just too ordinary. Something like, so how did you enjoy the first day here, or how was the ride going to work here? I can picture it clearly. Him turned towards me slowly with a disappointed look saying, "Really, Arvo?" on his face. Let's talk about photography. Finally, I remember the lunch we had together, and me showing Late the photo I took today. So, are you also into photography? You looked interested when I was showing Late my photo during lunch. If you're asking if I take photos too, then not really. I enjoy looking at photographs, especially the ones that feel like they have something to say. That's both documentary photography and more surreal types. So, as I understand, you're an amateur photographer? I guess you could say that. It's my dream to become a photographer or a filmmaker for real, but what are the chances of success in these fields, really? You need a lot of skill, and then a lot of friends, and then a lot of luck. Don't be afraid to dream, Arvo. And if you have a dream, fight for it. Otherwise, you're going to regret letting go of it for the rest of your life. And what do you have to lose? Well, time. Time I could spend doing other useful stuff. And I won't lie, I'm afraid of embarrassing myself. I'm not really that good. And it's not that easy to just put your stuff out there for everyone to see and judge, especially when I see much better works of so many amazing artists. Nobody's good right away. And what else would you want to do with your life? I mean, isn't trying to do something and failing infinitely better than doing nothing at all? Going back to your question, I'm not really a fan of photography, because with it, too much depends on what gear you have. With a good camera, every photo you take will look somewhat professional. Go wide open with a bright lens, and every photo you take will have a dreamy quality. You just need to learn some basics, get an expensive DSLR, and you're good to go. Of course, having a good eye helps if you want to take really great photos, but my point is, you can't take great photos without great gear. You could do some interesting stuff with analog photography, but in the long run, it's often even more expensive. Photography is an art that's reserved for those who can't afford it. For me, it's the opposite of what art should be. I don't really see that as a problem as big as you make it. If you want to photograph events or animals, be a wildlife or wind photographer, that's indeed an issue. But there's a lot you can do with even basic equipment. Even your phone. Used equipment can be bought for pennies. Maybe you're right. For sure you know more about it than I do. Maybe the landscape changed a lot since I last dabbled in photography. I like writing a lot more though. For that you don't need anything besides a pen and paper, or a computer, or even a phone. Words can give us snapshots of reality just as well as photos, if not better. Maybe. I like literature too, but photos speak to me better. Yoda doesn't say anything more after that and we fall silent. But it's not an uncomfortable kind of silence. Quite the contrary, I feel really relaxed and at ease sitting next to him. I sip the tea slowly, as it's still piping hot, and look out the window together with Jordan. The silence is undisturbed, cushioned only by the running water behind the bathroom door. Not a bad way to spend the evening, actually. Hey, did I miss anything? The door opens suddenly and Lade comes out of the bathroom in a small cloud of steam, wearing only a pair of boxers. I was in a sauna with him already, but that was a completely different context. Now I'm in his room, though, and he's standing in front of me almost fully naked. Not really. I made a business tea, though. Your cup is next to the kettle. Oh, great! Thanks! Lade grabs the cup and walks up to the window, looking outside. His mane looks extra fluffy after the shower, like a white frozen waterfall around his head. The moon is really nice tonight. It would be cool to see it up close someday. And then look back at Earth. I wonder how it'd look. Would it also sometimes be bright and clear, and darker on other days? So that I could walk up to the window, look outside and said, the Earth looks really nice today. That would be cool as hell. Do you think we're ever going to colonize the moon? God, I hope not. I'm sure we will. It's only a matter of if it will happen during our lifetime. I hope so. I'd be the first one to move there. Anyway, I'll go take a shower now. Frankly, I'm feeling pretty sleepy already. I'm blamed down the early sunset here. Jordan stands up and walks over to the bathroom, and I'm left alone with Lake. The lion turns around and looks at me with his bright eyes. He's nice, isn't he? It takes me a moment to understand that he's talking about Jordan, and not the moon. Now that I got to know him a bit better, yes. I know he seems a bit rough around the edges at first. He just takes some time to warm up to new people. I can tell that he likes you. I can still hear you. An annoyed, muffled voice comes from the bathroom. Oh, right. The bathroom isn't exactly soundproof. Sorry, Jordan. I stand up and walk over to Lake, stand next to him and lean on the windowsill, looking out. Wouldn't you be scared to go there? To the moon, I mean. Of course I would be, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't. I think it only makes it more exciting. Imagine leaving everything you have, everything you know behind, not knowing if you'll ever come back. Someday you're going to have to leave everything you have behind anyway, and it's not up to you to decide when. And didn't we kind of do the same when we moved here? Only it was much less exciting and going back is easier. Whatever you do, there's always some risk involved, even when you're out in your garden planting tomatoes or whatever. In any given moment, you can just go poof. Wouldn't you prefer to do something exciting and interesting before that? I didn't expect the conversation to go in such a direction, so I don't really know what to say. Oh, that's so cute! Before I could think of anything, I could feel Lade's arm brushing against mine lightly, before he puts his arm around my waist and rests his head on my shoulder. His gaze is still fixed at the moon, reflecting bright in his wide open eyes. For a moment, I want to extend my paw and pet him, but I stop myself, simply staying motionless and let him cling to me. For some reason, I feel like this is what he needs, so I keep still as if I was a solid tree offering shelter. I can only guess what he's thinking about behind those dreamy eyes, but I can't shake off a feeling that he's very lonely right now. So lonely my heart aches when I look at him. We stay like that for a long time until Jordan returns from the bathroom. I don't turn around, but I can hear him getting into his bed, maybe grabbing a book or his phone, or maybe looking at us, puzzled. Either way, he doesn't say anything. After a minute or two more, Lake finally lets go of me, rubbing his eyes with one paw. Thank you, Arvo. Your turn for a shower now. I know, I'm going. Whoa, it's really late already. I give Lake a soft pat before fetching the bathroom kit from my camera bag and going to the bathroom. Oh, wait. Lake, do you have a spare towel in the bathroom? I don't know. We each got only one big towel, but we didn't use the paw towel yet. It's quite sizable, but if you think it'll be too small, you can try asking for one at the reception. Thanks, it should be enough for one use. I first brushed my teeth, paying special attention to my long canines. Yes, we know this. Yes, I didn't realize that different types of toothbrushes would be common in a world like this. My mind is still occupied with Lake, and how he clung to me just moments before. I felt like he really needed the warmth of the other person, but why? I kept silent the whole time he was snuggled up to me, simply wanted to comfort him, but maybe I should ask him about it later. I'd prefer for the two of us to be alone for that, though. And there's us again. I carefully inspect my face, looking for anything unfamiliar, but I look the same as ever. My eyes are somewhat bloodshot, but I could blame that on the early wake-up. My fangs aren't as long and pointy as Late's, and I don't have a mane like him. I like my stripes, though. I don't think I'd trade them for a mane. Overall, I'm not that different from him. Like most of the big cats, tigers and lions are quite similar species, similar enough that they can produce offspring together. Well, obviously I try to make offspring with Lake, but... Wait, what the hell am I even thinking about? Even though I'm alone in here, I blush involuntarily. But maybe I could be someone more to Lake. Someone more than a friend. Maybe. My reflection stares back at me intensely. My heart is pounding in my chest so hard that I start feeling lightheaded. Gripping the edges of the sink, I take a deep breath. And then another. And another. Each longer than the previous one. Until I'm back to feeling okay again. Shaking these thoughts off, I take off my boxers, letting them fall to the ground. I shouldn't stay there too long doing nothing, or Lake and Jordan would start wondering what the hell I'm doing here. I grab the shampoo and conditioner from the bathroom kit and hop into the shower. The water is warm and pleasant. Wasting no time, I open the shampoo and start rubbing it into my fur, starting with my head. Getting onto the bus this morning, I never would have guessed this day could end this way. I thought I'd maybe talk a bit with others during the meals and then walk around taking some photos outside. Maybe spend some time with Miko, and then go to my room to read for a while and go to sleep alone. But now I'm about to sleep next to both Lake and Jordan, even though I don't even know one of them this morning. And Lake, we talked sometimes, but we were never this close before. Maybe I'm overthinking it? Maybe I just happened to be around and he needed someone, just anyone to comfort him. He has Jordan here too, though, and I'm sure they're better friends than I am with him. I can still feel his fuzzy head leaning on my shoulder, and his warm paw holding onto my waist. And I hope to never forget this sensation. In any case, I feel like they both invited me into their worlds, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know if it's the tea that Jordan gave me or something else, but I feel somewhat lightheaded. I continue with the relaxing ritual until I am all clean. Then I open the conditioner and apply it generously, brushing it into my wet fur. It's unbranded, but it smells nice. Now I smell nice too. Finally, I rinse my whole body again, and turn off the water. I step out of the shower and dry myself with a fresh towel. I'm finished in a few minutes, bless modern technology for those thick, super absorbent towels, and only now I realize something. I don't have any clean clothes, so I need to put on the same ones from today. Ugh, I wish I at least had a fresh pair of boxers. At least I didn't sweat that much today. And already took one shower, so it could be worse. I checked the t-shirt, but it doesn't smell of anything yet. Wearing only boxers and my t-shirt for modesty, I opened the door and stepped out of the bathroom. Hey, Arvo! Both Lake and Jordan sit on their beds and playing with their phones. The mattress Lake brought for me is waiting for me between their beds, already complete with bedding. The air here is colder than in the bathroom, but still comfortable. Apparently the three of us are hot enough to warm up the room pretty well. Hey, thanks for making the bed for me. You didn't have to. I could have done it myself. No problem. I didn't really have anything else to do. If you're ready, then you can turn off the light and jump in. We're all done. Oh, one thing actually. Do you happen to have a spare phone charger? If you have a standard port, then I have a spare cable and a charger that can charge up to 3 phones at once. Sometimes it proves itself useful. Great! Thank you, Jorgen. Sorry that I'm using you two like this. If I had a choice. But you don't, and it's not a problem. I'm only happy to have you here, Arvo. I dropped the rest of my clothes on the chair. It doesn't look very elegant, but what else can I do with them? I left the bathroom kit in the bathroom, as I'll be using it tomorrow morning, so the only thing left to do is take out my phone from my trousers and plug it in. After that, I turned off the light and get into the bed Lake made for me, covering myself up to my neck. The mattress itself is not too soft and not too hard, but it's a bit weird sleeping on the floor, as I can feel the hard wooden panels beneath the softness. I'm not going to complain though. I'm grateful they took me in. Good night, and thanks again. Night, Arvo, and night, Jorgen. Sleep well. I'm alone with my thoughts. Did you set the alarm, Jorgen? I kind of forgot to. Yes, I did. Don't worry, I'm going to wake you up even if I had to kick you out of bed. Good, I probably need that. I think I still have the alarm set since yesterday. What time is it set for? Well, it should start ringing soon. Better turn it off then. I take my phone and open the alarm app, but it turns out that this time I didn't set the alarm to reoccurring. Okay, crisis averted. It's silent again for a moment before Lake speaks again. I wonder how it would feel to be a different animal. What? Why? I mean, that was really sudden. What's the context here? I was just thinking about some stuff. Looking at the moon, I thought about how we're only given one shot this life. Don't you think it's pretty unfair? There's so much I want to do and see, and if I don't cram it all into my short feline life, I will never, ever get another chance to do it. So, I was thinking about reincarnation. I feel like that would be much fairer than just, you know, not existing. We both stay silent for some time, so after a pause, Lake just continues. The universe should be fair, so I think that it's a logical conclusion, and I really like the idea. Not only do you get another chance, but also whatever good or bad you did in your life actually matters. And according to that, the next life you get is better or worse. The idea is tempting, I have to admit. How would it work, though? There would either have to be a limited number of souls, or the new one would have to be created whenever there are more living creatures than souls available. And then, when there would be not enough bodies, what would happen to the souls waiting to be reincarnated? Those are just technical problems. If you can't remember your previous life, would that really be you? What would really constitute you then? Just the consciousness, or who you are, your characters, your wants, your accomplishments? What you own and who you know? Where would you put the boundary of a person? Would you still be you if you have no recollection of the past whatsoever? I always think about this all the time when it comes to reincarnation. Would your previous life still matter in that case? Or would you be unfairly punished or rewarded for actions of someone you can't even remember nor relate to in any way? I don't know, frankly. I guess that as long as I would still have my consciousness, then I'm happy. Consciousness can be switched on and off like a switch, with a few electrodes or something as simple as fainting. You know, it's just nice existing. I like existing. When you think that everything around you, and you yourself would disappear, and it would stay like that forever, Life is rough sometimes, but there are things I enjoy and friends I want to keep close, and I don't want to have to let go of it someday. I think it would be harder to find some purpose in life if you just kept on living it forever. And living one life after another. That sounds like Sisyphus toil to me. Living the best life you can isn't a very good goal when you can't learn from experience you gained in your previous lives. I don't know. Maybe there's some higher purpose and we will just never know it until the end. We don't know that though, and I think it's better to find your own purpose in life before then. Or better, accept the possibility that there is simply no such thing. Personally, I believe it's an error to think that if there's no predetermined purpose in life, then there's no meaning to life at all. I'd rather choose to think of life as a gift, and the purpose and meaning in it is for us to create. Maybe I should just enjoy the ride while it lasts. Be thankful that I got to be here at all and all that. But it's not easy. I don't like this sense of finality that permeates everything. If there's no meaning in all of this, then why are we even here? Meaning is exactly where you put it, and it makes it no less real. Some people find it in a quiet family life, others in fighting for a better tomorrow. Some in making art, for themselves or for others, and some are simply content to explore whatever art is being produced. In a way, we don't really find whatever meaning is, we make it. Are you feeling better now? A bit, yeah. Thank you. We really gone through a whole existential crisis? Jesus Christ. My consciousness comes and goes in waves. I can feel something warm and pulsating just at the edge of my thoughts, but as I try to grasp it, it dissipates. Where am I? You're in the room. The room is illuminating the room with a silver glow. The shadow cast on the wall seemed to move, mingling and morphing. A dark figure walks across the room quietly. A maned one. It shoots me a quick look before continuing to the door. I try to comprehend what I'm seeing, but another dream washes over my mind like a wave, pulling me back into the formless sea. Lake left the room. Lake left the room, something's up with Lake. And that's what we're gonna leave off on. Isn't that fun? What is this? What's the password? What do you mean? I'm so lost. What is this? What's the password? What's the password? Fuck me, Bjorn. You are so fine. I wanna eat you out. Damn it. Now I'm really curious about what that passcode thing is. I don't know what it means. So it seems that Late has an issue with mortality and everything. He's going through like an existential crisis right now, which is sad, but also I understand. I have so many of those, and every time it's hard. So I do get what he's coming from and everything. I also get where Jordan's coming from. The whole reincarnation thing, sometimes it sounds good in theory, but like, you're not truly you. You're not really you. You are the soul and everything. But he left the room in the middle of the night. So I wonder what's going on. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, do give it a like and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the game in the description below if you want to go play for yourself, as well as the official page on Blue Sky if you want to go check them out. I'll also be leaving links to my Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to support me on those platforms. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my good friend Zid the Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You Are Mine. Please don't show your support to it. If you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those. It makes our day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!